Hello Libras, welcome to Souls Intersect. I have your September of 2016 Intuitive Tarot reading. I decided to use a larger spread this month to give you more of an idea of what my private readings are like. Obviously for those, I'd be answering a specific question that you ask, but I tend to use a larger spread when I do that, so I wanted to give you an idea of that. And I thought it would be a nice change for September. If you're interested in a private reading, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com, or you can book directly through the link below on my website. Okay. So it feels like a focus for the month of September, maybe on holding your ground or holding your belief in regard to something. For some of you, it may be work-related, or it may be that you are working on holding your ground, but also not being too defensive in the process. I'm getting the sense with the Two of Wands and then the Seven of Wands below it, and then the Fool below that, that there is the beginning of some sort of journey. For some of you, it may not be actually changing physical location, although it is for some of you, but for some of you, it may just be that you're starting anew in some other way with a new outlook or a new job prospect, possibly a new relationship. I get a really good feeling from it. All of these cards have your energy in them, being fire, and then we have the Eight of Wands too that was on the bottom of the deck. So that's a theme that's kind of woven through the reading. The Fool card is very much about you, and I just get the sense that a lot of really good energy is with you this month for pushing you forward. I'm seeing this energy sort of almost like lighting a fire under you and really pushing you forward towards something, towards a goal. It does feel like you've set a goal. Again, with the Seven of Wands, I also get the sense that you're going to be challenged, but also in a way that you'll be able to learn your own strength. And so again, that could be in any realm and in any area of your life. With the Wheel of Fortune and then the Hierophant and the King of Cups, with the energy of those three together, feels to me for this reading like this new journey that you're facing. First of all, I get the sense that you've been very patient and that it's felt like it's a long time coming. But I feel that you're really humble, like that you're looking towards it in a very humble way. And this King of Cups is facing the Fool. This could be a person as well for some of you. It could very well be a love interest that has these qualities, these watery qualities. It feels like a very loving, I'm actually getting the sense that it's a very grounded person, very sensitive and intuitive. I feel for a lot of you that this person may be older and recognizes your younger qualities. It may also be that you just have younger qualities, being energetic, being a fire sign, and that's something they notice about you but like about you, and I feel that they're really embracing that. But I also get the sense for some of you that the King of Cups is an energy that you're taking on in this new journey, and it's a humbleness that you've developed because of being patient, and I'm hearing holding your ground again, not giving up on a goal that you set for yourself. This really feels like something is finally taking action, and it's something that you've been investing in for a while, and that may just be investing time in. I also get the sense, though, that there is some concern about possible stagnancy in work, or immobility in terms of work, or some sort of block getting in the way of progress at the same time. I'm seeing a little bit of duality here for some of you. Like there may be something going on in the background. So this new journey could be some sort of endeavor that you're doing kind of in the background while you're still having to finish up other work. And I'm seeing that the Hierophant is in the center of the reading, partially because of that for some of you. It feels like very much that there's this sense of you did take this leap of faith. You did start out on this new journey, and it does feel like there's all that fire energy supporting it. But at the same time, for some of you, it feels like you held on to something else because it felt stable. And it does feel a little bit imbalanced to me. And I think that's where this Nine of Swords energy is coming in. And that also, with the Four of Pentacles, it feels like while you did this because it felt like it was going to help you hold on to some stability, maybe financial. I'm going to give some examples in just a minute, but while you thought it might help you feel more stable, it's actually creating a little bit of a block. So an example in the work realm would be, it's like you started, maybe even with a partnership, because I see this Two of Wands. It's like you've started something new, a creative endeavor, something with a friend, maybe something else going on in the background, but are holding on to your other job just in case because of the financial stability. But it's interesting because it feels like that actually may be holding you back, that it's not giving you the balance that you thought it would. So again, that's just an example. That might actually apply to some of you. The other example could be in a relationship. It could be that there's kind of two things going there too, that maybe you've started to try to get to know someone, or maybe even are engaging with them fully. Feeling like maybe it could be online for some of you, especially with this Eight of Wands here. It's kind of like airwaves. And that you're making a love connection, but that you're maybe either still holding on to another relationship, another connection, or hopes for another connection, or just not moving. So for example, if this other connection is located somewhere else and maybe it's been a while and you've thought of relocating, it feels like you may be holding back on that because you're trying to, again, like hold on to something you've already established, to hold on to some stability in the place you currently are at. But again, it feels like that's creating some more worry and anxiety, more so than it's helping in the way that you thought it would. And looking at the top row with the Nine of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Wands, I do feel like that worry is almost going to push you towards embracing this more creative thing, or this newer thing that I'm seeing more on the right side of the reading. It's like the wheel will turn. So this worry actually may end up helping you in a way, because it may help you make a decision, but it does feel like that would kind of crank the wheel and push you towards this, what does feel like a connection. Feels a lot like a connection with someone, especially with the King of Cups. But it could be business related too. I want to look at the bottom row, the Four of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Fool, and how those interact with each other. So similar energy. I'm really seeing the bricks in the Four of Pentacles contrasting with the water in the King of Cups. It feels like that brick wall is almost blocking you from allowing these two cards to happen, which is this full engagement between this King of Cups person and you. And if it's not a person, it could be that aspect of yourself that really wants to embrace this new journey, not allowing that to fully take place. And then in the Fool card, we see the mountains as the background. So I really am picking up on travel and an actual journey for some of you. I just wanted to say that. I really am keeping drawn to the 7, the number 7 and the 7 of Wands. I'm just seeing the number 7 all over this card for some reason. So not just the 7 Wands or the Roman numerals, but I'm actually seeing the number 7 all over. So there's 7 is a big deal for somebody watching this, I feel. I don't know what it means. Let me see if I can tune in a little bit more. It feels like 7 tries, 7 times. It feels like 7 of something. So not so much. It could be 7 years for somebody or months, but it doesn't feel like it's so much about time as the amount of attempts at something. Where you tried and got back up and didn't allow yourself to fail. So either this is like the 7th try, or you've had 7 and this is the 8th. It does feel like this is a turning point for you, if that's the case, if that number 7 speaks to you in any deeper way. It does feel like a change. It feels like 'cause 7 years is important for shifting. It's like it's a quarter of a Saturn cycle, and Saturn was retrograde for a while and is now going direct. So if you feel like there's something, especially maybe that you had to kind of go back and pick up the pieces in regard to in the past few months, like over the summer, it feels like whatever that is, it may be that final push for you. Like you finally tied up the loose ends that you really want to and are ready to move forward with this like 8 of Wands energy, and they're right next to each other. So that's a huge signal for me. It does feel like you finally were able to tie up loose ends with something, and that's going to take you forward, help you move forward. I want to go back to this bottom row. So yes, I do feel that, just to reiterate, that this holding back or trying to hold on to something from the past or something that feels more stable can prevent this connection or delay it. It just feels like it may delay it. And I'm just hearing too that I'm getting the sense that whatever that holding on to energy is, it doesn't quite feel like it was for the right reasons. So while you had good intentions, like deciding to hold on to something more stable, that although you had good intentions, it's not the best reason in the terms of it's actually going to prevent you from moving forward. So before I finish up the reading, I just want to come back to the Hierophant and just see how we can tie all this together with that card. I feel like it's because the general theme is really about what I just went over again, that idea of when you're making decisions. I feel that although you have all this fire energy, and a lot of you may actually have some earth as a rising sign, and this may be why some of you are doing this, you make decisions a lot of times based on stability, based on tradition, what's worked for you in the past, just this sense of like conservatism in terms of decision making. And I'm not going to advise against that, but because it's coming up in the center of the reading and we're seeing a little bit of this theme of that maybe preventing some of the forward motion or causing delays, it's something that you're being encouraged to look at. That in a sense you're being encouraged to follow that fiery energy more going forward. And that doesn't mean, to always be making rash decisions, of course. But that fire is within you for a reason, Aries. And I feel like that message is a really strong part of this reading. So I'll leave you with that. Again, if you're interested in a private reading, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com. And I'd also love to hear if you prefer this larger spread or if you like the the 4-card spread that I normally do. I'd just be interested in seeing your opinions in the comments, though. I can't tell from the thumbs up or thumbs down what that means, what you're actually thinking, so I would really appreciate comments about the 2 spreads and just what you think about those. Thank you so much. Take care.